I challenged myself to make a Roblox game in just 100 days, and I'm documenting every single step. After posting daily updates for the first 25 days, here's where we're at, and trust me, there's some good progress. Day 1 started with, well, basically nothing. It was just me pressing a button on a base plate that made a funny sound, but hey, every great game starts somewhere. By day 2, I started analyzing trending Roblox games and noticed some common themes, like RNG, collectibles, showing off progress, and stealing from each other. With that in mind, I set out to make a game that included these common trends, but in my own unique way. With somewhat of a plan I made, I dove into world building. I experimented with textures, made a basic base plate, and even threw in planets, which will become a core collectible in the game. At first, I thought I'd go with the studs texture, but then I realized that it was really overdone nowadays, so I'll be having a mix of textures. What I mean by this is that I'll be using studs, but not for every single thing like in Grow a Garden. By day 4, I coded my very first mining system. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Then on day 5 and 6, things really started to feel like a game. There was ores, gold, iron, RNG drops, and for transportation, I tested portals. But all of you in the comments made it really clear. Spaceships are the way to go. Hey, if you like my 100 days journey to a viral Roblox game, you should definitely consider subscribing and being a part of it. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, back to the video. And then reality hit. I spent 7 hours trying to get an inventory system to work. UI is brutal. But after these long hours, I finally made it work. And by day 8, I even had a working crafting system. It was as simple as it comes. Grind for the materials and craft new items. Day 9 and 10 were all about modeling. I jumped into Blender for the first time to make tools like this axe. The results weren't perfect, but hey, it was a huge step up. And of course, I had to sneak in a secret button that makes you explode. That was, for experimental purposes. When the game releases, you should definitely try to find it, cause who knows, maybe you'll get a cool badge. Anyways, by day 11, I introduced one of the game's biggest features, the oxygen system. On airless planets, your oxygen depletes, but if you carry a tank, you'll survive. Without it, well, I don't know, but I don't think you're gonna last long. Then came the index system, basically a Pokédex for every item you collect in the game. It's pretty much a challenge for you as a player to try and collect all there is in the game. Go ahead and try when the game is out. Also, there will be a better name than index for the system, but for now is the best name I got. Days 13 and 14 were for polishing and bug fixing, making sure that every item was dropped correctly and slotted where they should be, cause I don't know, it just wasn't working for some reason. And on day 15, I answered questions from the Discord. One of the big questions was, is this a solo project or will you have a team? For now, this is a solo dev journey, but I was wondering, do y'all think I should get some help from other devs or should I just keep going at it myself? Let me know in the comments. Now comes day 16. I introduced jetpacks, because why not have spaceships, portals, and jetpacks? They weren't perfect at first, but by day 17, they were fully functional with particles and sound effects. I didn't make spaceships first because, to be honest, making them will require a lot of scripting and modeling. So I know that it's gonna take me at least a few days. And I wanted to include some sort of transportation to be able to test out the game. And on the same day, I also reworked the entire UI to make it cleaner and less cluttered. So instead of having everything on the left side of the screen, you're gonna have it all in one menu that includes all of the other menus. So the crafting system, your inventory, the index, and more to come. And by day 18, the world itself was coming together with a central lobby, and even quests that you'll need to complete before unlocking space exploration. By the way, I know that the lobby doesn't look like much right now, but don't worry, there's a lot planned. But for now, this is just a small template for me to start off from. Continuing with day 19, it was a big milestone for me. I made my first major Blender model and introduced Walter, your very first quest giver. He's the start of the story and is gonna guide players through their first missions. Around this time, the community also named our comment wall the Intergalactic Replies. You know what? Since we're talking about the Intergalactic Replies, here's the comment for today. And the comment wall is updated on each of our videos with one of your comments. And you're gonna be able to find it somewhere in the game. So comment down below and you might have your comment featured in the game. By day 20, I had a custom NPC dialogue working, and on day 21, I built the very first portal to begin universe exploration. Alongside that, I started building the shop UI, where you'll buy items like oxygen tanks, jetpacks, and more. On day 22, I polished the shop UI, added a portal teleport animation, and gave NPC dialogue some animations, making it less boring. Though I don't know why it flickers like crazy. Bugs never stop, but that's game dev. On day 23, I decided that it was finally time to change the pickaxe because I was using a model from the toolbox and actually make my own in Blender. And I also tested a camera effect for unlocking portals. It was my first time having to deal with camera scripts, so I hope I did well. And the shop NPC, well, it's gonna be Arthur, a lucky subscriber from the comments. On day 24, I tweaked the jetpack script. In atmospheres, gravity pulls you down, but in space, you're just gonna float with zero gravity, just like in real life. And finally, here comes day 25. After all these days, we've gone from a button on a base plate to a game with mining, crafting, oxygen system, jetpacks, quests, NPCs, and even portals. And this is only a quarter of the journey, so there's still 75 days left, and the game is only going to get crazier from here. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out the next 25-day update, and join the Discord down below to be a part of a great community and to be a part of cool events. And hey, what feature do you want to see added next?